In this video, we're going to be looking at two 10-gallon Betta tanks that I have yet to show here on this channel. And we're also going to be doing a planted tank challenge. So make sure you stay tuned for the details of the challenge, and let's go ahead and dive in. What is going on, everybody, and welcome. If you're new to the channel, I am Otter from Otter Aquatics, and here on this channel we talk about things like fish breeding, planted tanks, and even some tips and tricks that could help you grow your aquarium keeping skills. So if you're interested in learning some more about the aquarium hobby, then go ahead and consider subscribing and ringing that little notification bell. That way you get notified every time I upload my weekly videos. Now let's go ahead and dive into that Betta planted tank challenge. So before we dive into the details of the challenge, I want to go ahead and introduce you to the two Bettas that we're going to be setting up these planted tanks for. Before I get into them individually, here is the male and this is the female. I bought these two male and female plakat Bettas off of eBay, and I actually purchased them as an unmarried pair, which means they had never seen each other before, and they had definitely never spawned together before. When I made this purchase, my whole intention was to get these two Bettas to spawn for me. I can't remember the exact name of the person that I purchased these from off of eBay, but I know that they are breeders here in the United States. So as we take a closer look at these two Bettas, please keep in mind that I have yet to name these two fish. Keep in mind names and drop them down in the comments for me as you're checking out the details. So as you can see, both of these tanks look absolutely terrible right now. And that is because I just wanted to leave them in their rarest form. That way you could see the details of these tanks and why I needed your help in doing this challenge. See, one thing that happened when I set up these two tanks is that the other tanks in the fish room that need a lot more care and attention have just overtaken my time and have kind of thrown these two Betta tanks on the back burner. Now that's definitely not what you want to do to any tanks in your fish room, but I wanted you guys to know the truth of these two tanks and why they look the way they do. So now that you've got to see the two tanks and the two beautiful plakat Bettas that hopefully you've came up with a name for, I'm going to talk a little bit about the challenge. So as you can see, both of these tanks are sitting right side by side, and they've got the same amount of lighting. What I'm wanting to do with these two tanks is set up two similar planted tanks, but the only difference is we're going to be testing out two different substrates. So as you think of this, keep in mind some successes and failures that you've had with your planted tanks and what substrates you were using. I don't want to just overload these tanks. I want to actually see the significant growth between each plant. So I'm going to limit you guys to two plant types for each tank. And they've got to be exactly the same. So it can be one Amazon sword and one crypt Winty. Or it can be Hygrophila compact and Ludwigia repens. You get the picture. But the only difference is you have to pick two different substrates. And we're basically going to be testing out to see which substrate is the best. So if you've had a substrate in mind and you wanted to try it out in a planted tank but you didn't have the room, now is the time to throw it out there so we can see what that substrate is all about. So I'm actually going to make this a video series. I'm going to do a couple different videos on it, and then I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date through the YouTube channel and on Instagram. So make sure you go follow me there as well. And I just want to use this video to kind of get the wheels turning a little bit, get you thinking about different planted tank substrates, and it could be a mixture of two different substrates if you want. Just put your comments down below and I will be picking out two different types of plants and two different substrates from the comments directly to do this planted tank challenge. So make sure you get involved and let's see this challenge come to life. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with for this challenge, and if you're not already, go ahead and consider subscribing and ringing that little notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post an update on this challenge. Thank you all for watching. Keep following your dreams. Keep inspiring. And until next time, everybody. See you.